Everyone knows about the origins of the Cephian Revolution in the factories, but not many people know about the actual origins of revolutionary sentiment at Rosemont. And here we are. In the academic halls of Rosemont before the revolution, it was a key location for revolutionary and socialist ideas. And as a result, during the revolution, the university became sort of an epicenter of revolutionary socialist activity.
Oh crap!
We can see that in the history of this university, it was a chief epicenter for a lot of different, often violently oppositional student movements, ranging from communism to capitalism. Even fascists had a student group here, and they sort of spread and expanded their ideas, and so as a result the university became a chief intellectual center for propagating these ideas. So at this point, Sephia had just entered the Great War with the Alamans, which meant that tension was going to be running very high on this university campus, especially because of the Stymphalian guards, who were largely mercenaries hired from Stymphalia. So at this point, the majority of the country was suffering from a devastating unemployment rate. The census said it was 25%, but according to the people, it was even higher. So here we see not only the ideas of political revolution, but social revolution as well. And it was in this... like, son of a... So even in New Cephia, which had been run by a monarchy for over a millennium, the ideas of new socialism were...
Get back here! Get back here!
So despite the economic and political environment, the idea of a revolution seemed very far-fetched to Cephian elites. But not in factories! So the political and economic system envisioned by the revolutionaries was primarily of a revolutionary socialist and syndicalist nature. And as a result, what we saw in their ideology was an attempt to put the entire wealth of the nation in syndicates. And the syndicates would run the affairs of the country. And unfortunately, that's not what happened. So this was the stump. Hey, what do you think of the Cephian Revolution? And it was a favorite meeting space for revolutionaries, largely because of its location and isolation. And they weren't ever caught here, and as a result, they, had a very successful meeting scene here that eventually expanded into this whole amphitheater area. Man, what do you think of the Socialist Revolution?
No, I don't actually have any strong opinions.
Thank you. So if we're lucky, we might find some revolutionaries, pamphlets about the revolution in here. And let's see, anything? No, it's empty, unfortunately. Ah! Ah! Oh. Hey, do you have an opinion of the Cephian Revolution? The Cephian Revolution! So how long were revolutionary activities going on at Rosemont University? Revolutionary activity in Rosemont at the university was present at least 50 years before the revolution. I see. And at any time did they seem like they were going to transform into a larger countrywide revolution?
Absolutely not!
You sure about that?
Quite positive.
Okay. And actually, although the protest movement was largely non-violent, there were large amounts of tensions between the police and student movements on campus. And in fact, so it seems like revolutionary activities at the Cephian University of Rosemont were active but quite stagnant, and as a result, we see the revolution originating in other places.
Sir? Sir? Sir, I have a question. What is
Do you want I should go home and get a glass of kvass?
No, that won't be necessary, but what is your opinion of Cephian Revolution?
Cephian Revolution? Cephian Revolution. If Cephian Revolution did not Kravosa were the king, we would not have socialism. Socialism. Very good.
Привет! Привет, мой друг! Привет! 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 What is your opinion of socialist revolution, my friend? Personally, I think I prefer baking soda to baking powder when making muffins.
Socialist revolution is good for worker.
Look at Cephian husky. It's very nice husky.
I am now able to afford supplementary mustache.
You sure you do not want a glass of kvass?
No, I'm good, thank you, sir.
No, you come, get a glass of kvass.
I
Good.
Yeah.
So even though there was revolutionary activity happening in this university, it was really in the other large cities that the revolution began to gain a foothold and begin to come to fruition under the leadership of Janis Strontius Byrne and Jamal. But we cannot forget that Rosemont was the main center of revolutionary activity before the great events of the revolution. In this building over